We live. I believe we live. Yep, we live. We live. Alright, alright. Let me go ahead and share this with everybody. Let everybody know that it's going down. Basement.
in the basement. Uh,
Going down basement.
it's smoked out,
You know
and
what I'm saying?
I can't. I can't. I gotta use good words. I can't see.
Man, listen, you on the Gaming Wild Black channel, man. Fuck all that shit, cuz. All that
Oh,
politically
okay.
correct shit. All that speaking proper. Fuck all that. All that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we raw, B. We in the basement, god damn it. It's the smoke like the Undertaker just came in the room and shit. You know what I'm saying? Paul Bear's
Yeah.
in the cut, all kinds of wild shit going down. Bitches' asses hanging out. I seen a titty over there by the bar. I don't know what's going on, but I know we on the video game. You feel what I'm saying?
I
Hey,
feel you.
we
I can dig
live,
it.
man. Salute to the Gaming While Black Squad. Shout out to the Premier Mad League family. You know what I'm saying? Sports Gamers Online. It's your main man, Drama. Here with the boy Q. Q, shout yourself out, man. Let everybody know what's going down.
What's good? It's your boy Q. What it do? Yeah, with my guy Drama, we back at it like crack addicts. If you hear us at the door knocking, let us in. What's good?
Man, what's
Yeah.
up with you, player? You know what I'm saying? We here, and man, you know what I'm saying? Year two of the Premier Madden League, week one. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of goings on. And just wanted to bring you on here with me, man. It's gonna be a weekly thing we doing. It's called Cue the Drama. You know what I'm saying? Cause listen, man, PML is full of it. And so when you got a lot
Full.
of drama, man, you need some real cats that's gonna wrangle all the drama in and hold it down. And that's where me and Q come in. And so what we want to do for this inaugural episode is just take a look at our teams in the off season and how things progress from season one and where we start now with season two. Then we're gonna go and take a look at some of one of the games that's taking place this week between the Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins, and we'll go break the teams down and give y'all a little review, let y'all know how we feel. You know the drama gonna play out this week. So Q, man, how you feeling season two, B? You know what I'm saying? How was your season one? How did it end? You know, how you feel about your division? How you feel about what you was able to do in the off season, and how you feel about your team going forward?
I mean, we ended 9-7, which was pretty disappointing, even though we started with the Giants. But I was pretty happy with how everything went. I mean, we didn't make the playoffs. I had so many chances to make the playoffs, losing to HD, then coming and losing to Bacon, and then beating CEO. And that week 17 game where I beat CEO was a setup for him to learn my play so he could beat my ass week one, season two. But we're not going to talk about that. But, nonetheless, we're going to get back right this season. We did start off slow with that big loss. In the offseason, man, I made a lot of moves. I feel like they was low-key moves. Like, I didn't really go after too many big names because I didn't have anything to trade for them. I kind of got messed up in the free agency. I was going after those linebackers, Duran Lee, and then I think the one JT got, whose name I can't remember. But, man, it was an hour into the whole little 2-hour advance, and these dudes advanced on me. I'm trying to make a bid here, taking bids off here. I'm trying to play mind games. They hit the advance. I ended up with nobody. So, but we happy. We got a couple of free agents. We got Dylan Cole, Nicholas Morrow. We got Duke. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this correctly. Duke Afafor. I don't know. But a lot of speed at linebacker. A lot of young guys. We got Samson Ibaka, which is a whole catastrophe because the Rams put him at D-line. He started off as a linebacker, has 60-plus zone coverage. So I really don't have a dev with him. But outside of that, mostly the same team returning. We did add Tawan Taylor at wide receiver, so a little bit more speed. So I got a lot of young guys at wide receiver. Darius Slayton, Damon Ratley started. It's his third year in the league, 70 overall. So, I mean, I just got a lot of young guys on offense, a lot of older guys on defense with speed. And then we got the new additions and Chris Harris from the Chargers. And we also got Justin Coleman from the Dolphins. And in order to get that, we let go of some picks. And we also let go of, I can't think of his name right now. It was an O-line 84, not Hernandez, but I can't think of the other guy right now.
I got you. Yeah, he was a right guard, I believe. Because I think I was trying to trade
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, so we let them go, beefed up our defense a little bit because we definitely had some problems, especially regarding teams in our division like T-Bandit. I think I really built my team around, playing him because I feel like out of all the three guys in my division I played, I honestly feel like the toughest time I had was against T-Bandit, even though I got killed by CEO the first time we played, and I lost his first match in season 2. I just feel like I kind of understand how CEO plays. I mean, he doesn't make many mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
He plays pretty good defense, and he was able to read my defense very well. And I don't like to base a line, and I didn't really have any good ways to hide in my defense. And his offensive line was amazing. Like even when I was blitzing, they was just picking up everybody. If I sent 3 or 4 in the red zone, he had like 5 seconds to throw. And I definitely should have been playing a lot more conservative, but it was no excuses for me losing it outside of me just playing bad. And I think it's one of those years, okay, I was able to have my fun with Daniel Jones, 5K Daniel Jones, DJ 5K. I was able to do that last season, but I think if we want to win some games and be competitive in this division and in PML in general, I got to get back to the roots.
Yeah,
I got to get Saquon that ball. I got to be that dominant runner I know I could be. So we definitely back at the drawing board, edit those pieces on defense with Chris Harris. So we finally got an 80 overall cornerback. And then we also added, again, Justin Coleman, because I don't feel like Julian Love was ready to play free safety right now. So I'm going to let him still play some sub linebacker while I develop him, use Justin Coleman for a couple years until he's ready. But, tough loss CEO, played a great game. Always fun to play. That man was dotting me up in the red zone.
Yeah.
I think he is the king of deep ends, but I felt it was a lot of balls I could have, I don't know. It was a lot of tipped interceptions. So I feel like it was a lot of things not going my way, but nonetheless, you live and learn. So, we here, we ready. We back on our content grind. We back, about to get in the lab a little bit because I really been slacking. But, I'm excited for season 2. How you look in that off season that went past in game 1? I heard some things. I seen some things. Talk to me about it.
I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it in a second. I just real quick while we looking at your looking at the game you had against the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Defensively, are you running a 4-3, running a 3-4? Are you mixing it up? Or like
I don't have no 4-3. I was running a 3-4 because I don't feel like he was running crazily with Zeke. Like he was making a 7-yard run, 10-yard run, yard there. But it was nothing crazy. It was all pretty much how I wanted to play defense. It was basically just contain them and not break anything big. And so it was a point in the third, I think, or towards the beginning of the fourth, I scored a touchdown. I brought the game within 10. I'm okay. I got some momentum. I'm kind of figuring out his offense. I'm kind of figuring out how he's playing defense. And then he comes and runs with Zeke, like I know he's going to do. And I just whiffed the tackle. Like I just ran completely past some 80-yard run. And he got his X Factor ability lit up. And after that, once he get that X Factor, it was wraps from that. It was no coming back from that. He was able to just run the clock out, knock my guys out. So we until that point, we was pretty much containing them. So I think with the 3-4, I got so many speed guys and power guys, so many linebackers, just kind of mixing and matching, seeing who works where, seeing what's the best combination I can get. But I was happy with my defense. I just wasn't happy with my offense.
I got you. Well, I watched the game and it did seem like you hadn't really gotten your defense just figured out the way you wanted it. You know what I'm saying? You're a baller, bro. I can't take nothing away from you. It's just this year, all of us got to kind of decide what our identity is going to be. This game is not as fluid as it was last year, where you could just do anything and have success. I think guys, especially with it being year 2, have figured out defense a little bit more. So you kind of got to just rely on what works. You know what I'm saying? You got Saquon Barkley, you got speed at Evan Ingram and the wide receiver. So you just got to find a way to play conservative, play within your bounds. You know what I'm saying? And I say that to segue into my team. Coming off of last season, I was 9-2, talked all this shit in the world, lost 5 in a row, missed the playoffs, and it was really, demoralizing. You feel what I'm saying? So I messed up my cap situation last year by re-signing my offensive lineman. I say messed up, but really in all reality, I had to re-sign Alejandro Villanueva. I had to give some money. I'm not sure if I gave money to David DeCastro or to Marquise Pouncey, but they really my only offensive linemen. So once I had my offensive line sold up, I realized that all my cats in the secondary was going to be needing to be re-signed. I had Steven Nelson, I had Mike Hilton, I had Joe Hayden. I wasn't going to be able to re-sign all of them, so I traded. And I knew Ben Roethlisberger was aging as well. So what I did was last season I traded Bud Dupree and I traded Mike Hilton to the Jaguars, and I got Gardner Minshew, I got the tight end Josh Oliver, and I got the outside linebacker Leon Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? These cats provided depth at positions that I needed. You know what I'm saying? So then when the offseason came, I wasn't able to re-sign really anybody because Ben Roethlisberger is eating $44 million in cap space right now. And what I didn't want to do, I didn't have knowledge of how, cap penalties worked, and I didn't want to be stuck with cap penalties for seasons going forward. So I knew, okay, I got to keep Ben Roethlisberger. He got this $44 million on the books. What I did is I let all of them. I hit $41.5 million this year. I let all my running backs go on free agency. I let Joe Hayden go on free agency, and really that was major pieces of my team. But what I was able to do was just because I didn't make the playoffs, I had the 14th pick in the draft, you know what I'm saying, and I knew I had some pieces that I could move. What I ended up doing was I traded a second-round pick and backup quarterback Mason Randolph to the Chargers. Got Desmond King the second at quarterback. Shout out to the Chargers because he helped everybody get their cap space right this year. He took some L's in the cap in order for everybody to get the pieces they needed. He sent you Chris Harris. I got Desmond King the second. Then after that, so I sent my second pick to him. I took my first round pick, which was number 14, and I sent it to New England. I sent it to the Broncos. The Broncos gave me New England's number 1 pick that he had sent in order to get Philip Lindsay, and I got the Broncos' second pick, which was number 4. And so with those 2 picks, I ended up in the first round. Let me get back to my team. In the first round, I ended up drafting a cornerback at Sean Wade, who ended up being a superstar out of Ohio State. And in the second round with that 4th pick, I grabbed C.J. Verdell, you know what I'm saying, running back out of Oregon, who came out with 94 speed, and through the upgrades of the all preseason, he had 95 speed. Now he going to be my featured running back. You know what I'm saying?
He nasty.
Nasty, bro. Then I did even more in the lab, you know what I'm saying, crunching numbers. I took Steven Nelson, who had a $10 million cap penalty, and I traded Steven Nelson in order to get Grady Jarrett from the Atlanta Falcons. I sent a first-round pick and a second-round pick and Steve Nelson to the Falcons for Grady Jarrett. And so now my front 7 on defense is Stephon Tuitt, Casey Hayward, who's a superstar, you know what I'm saying, with the inside stuff ability, and Grady Jarrett, who's a superstar X Factor. And then I got TJ Watt, who's a superstar X Factor on the outside.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at your team. I didn't realize you had made all these moves
Bro,
and got this crazy team.
I came up.
You know, one of the things I think back on is last cycle, you were just like, if I would have got a team at the beginning of the cycle, you know, it would have been a completely different team. I would have did this, I would have did that. And I feel like now we actually getting to see, you know, what is this? Not comish, but coaching drama, owner franchise drama. You know, the guy out there, you know, making the moves to get the team. Because I mean, I don't see any weak spots. I mean, you got a few offensive line spots, but the guys around them so strong, it's just gonna make them look better. So I'm really expecting some big things from you, man. I'm looking at all this speed, all these youth, all this talent. You know, being protected in the back by Minkah Fitzpatrick and Terrell Edmonds, and I mean Terrell Edmonds can easily dev up. So I mean, you got a squad there, bro. I don't know how you did that, but kudos to you for real.
I appreciate that because you know there was a knock on me last year that I didn't know what I was doing with the GM skills, but I think I'm hoping trying to change the narrative on that. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, I'm feeling good about my roster, but I got to just make sure that I play within my means. Gardner Minshew is not Ben Roethlisberger. He's not going to be out there slinging and throwing the ball deep. So I had to go into the playbook. I had to go into the practice, into the lab, and work on some things. But with the speed I have at the running back position, the skill players I have at the wide receiver, you know what I'm saying? Eric Ebron is a stud at the tight end position. You know, I got a game plan that I'm planning on sticking with. My defense is retarded up front. And so that was my game plan is just really play good defense, bend but don't break, and control the ball on offense and score, you know what I'm saying, when the opportunities present them. Don't be doing no pressing. And so my first game playing against Cleveland Browns, It was a rematch of the Week 17 game that I lost, which knocked me out the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So coming in, I know he likes to run the ball. I got that front seven, so hey, Lord be with him. Sure enough, we get in the game. He started to run the ball. Your man, Nick Chubb, finished with 8 rushes for 1 yard.
Mm.
He got a touchdown on that 1 yard, but 8 rushes for 1 yard with a superstar X Factor running back. You know what I'm saying? Kareem Hunt got 5 rushes for 26 yards, but my front seven did exactly what I wanted him to do. You feel what I'm saying? Now, he was able to get some passes off of Big E, but okay, by not running, it's forcing him to pass. And if I know you got to pass, I can blitz with that front seven and sit back in coverage. Baker Mayfield, you know what I'm saying, went 20 for 33, 4 interceptions. But I made mistakes not playing the way I was supposed to play. I threw 3 interceptions, which kept them in the game. So I ended up winning in overtime. You know what I'm saying? Had a drive in overtime, but the rookie running back C.J. Verdell, 166 yards running, 104 yards receiving. You know what I'm saying? We was able to get in the backfield, got crazy tackles for loss. Hayward 2 tackles for loss. Edmonds a tackle for a loss. Gilbert, you know what I'm saying? Watt in the backfield. You know what I'm saying? Jacobs, I got a sack with Stephon Tuitt. So I'm excited about what my team going to do, bro. I just really got to focus in and lock down on, clamp down on what it is that my team's capabilities are and just really play to my strengths. So I'm excited for what the season going to bring. We're going to be on here every week talking about it. So y'all going to see me go with the highs and the lows of winning and losing. But I'm coming for that goddamn AFC North title, bro. I'm mad at what I allowed to happen last season. It ain't happening this time. So for everybody in my division, y'all already know what it is, bro. Y'all gonna have to knuckle up because we getting it in.
I feel you, brother. And I think one of the things that stand out to me just from that game, 31 offensive rushing yards from what we may consider like one of the best duo back combinations in Chubb. And does he still have Kareem Hunt too?
He still have Kareem Hunt.
So
Kareem Hunt.
for him to only have 31 yards, that's really really impressive. I don't know if that's good defense or him just not choosing to run the ball because he wasn't able to, but losing in overtime like that, and you, like you said, that taking you out of the playoffs playing him last year, Week 17, does the confidence go to a new level, or do you keep it in control so you don't make the same mistakes as last year? You just you know it's there, or do you just kind of roll with it and be like, it's my division? I mean, you basically said it, but
yeah.
I want to know your viewpoint on it.
Well, you know me, I regardless of what I'm feeling or thinking on the inside, I'm the King Don Juan of this shit on the outside. Y'all never know if I'm down or not sure of myself, because all you're gonna get from me is, you know what I'm saying, we winning this shit, we going to the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying, everybody get out the way. But I'm excited about my team, bro. For the first time since I've been in PML, I feel like I got a squad that I can say I built. I can say that I took the reins and I handled the responsibilities. And I know a lot of people was looking after the end of the season when they saw all my running backs were in free agency and they seeing I let all these people go. They like, what the hell Drama doing? But now you see what Drama doing. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just making the most out of the squad that I was given. And, honestly, there's nobody in this division, nobody in this conference that scared me. So I'm looking like, this championship or bust with these moves I made. Not because it has to be, but that's my mentality. If I don't get to the Super Bowl with this team, I'll probably never get to the Super Bowl, bro.
That's a pretty big statement right there. If you don't get to the Super Bowl with this team, you won't make it. But I think them some strong words, and I think it's going to definitely be interesting to see how this season shakes out for you. 15 games to go, won the first game against HD. Good shit there. And on this end of the Giants, man, we just try to get to the playoffs. We get to the playoffs, we'll see what happens. Because we definitely got a lot of older guys. We trying to do it now.
Yeah.
But moving on, like you said, new season, a lot of big things happening in the offseason. One of the biggest things happening in the offseason is probably the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they went crazy. I mean, getting Trevor Lawrence, the only X factor in the draft, also followed by Travis Etienne. And we've seen what Mike and the Kansas City Chiefs did with him last year. He looks a little bit underrated just compared to what he was last year. I think when he came in last year, he was a lot faster. So he's only at 91 speed, 92 acceleration.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll still see a lot out of him. And did you get to play Chef Scuba before?
I did. I played Chef Scuba last year. He's solid on offense, solid on defense. But he's another one of those guys that, he run a pro-style offense. And so he's just gotta rein it in a little bit. He gotta try to not do too much. And I'm hoping that he plays within his means. You know what I'm saying? But I think with these additions, he might get a little out of character and start to try to do things that he ain't used to doing. And so, I mean, we'll see how he handles it. He's for sure a solid coach, for sure run a good pro style offense. You know what I'm saying? Last year he was using Chenault Jr. Who was a rookie. He's running the ball with him, passing it with him. But now he's added, Cooper Cup in the off season to go with DJ Shark and D.D. Westbrook. Like you said, he got Trevor Lawrence, he got Travis Etienne. You know what I'm saying? He improved his offensive line in the draft. He improved his defensive line by making some moves. I don't know if you've seen, but he made a trade and got Akeem Hicks from the
Yeah,
Chicago
see that.
Bears. So, you got Akeem Hicks. Miles Jack was an all-pro, so he was able to elevate him to superstar status. He's got Joe Schobert in the middle, Bud Dupree, who I sent him last year. He got C.J. Henderson, Trey Herndon, the cornerback positions. He got Mike Hilton, who I sent him last year playing free safety. And he's got Kyle Hemby, cat he drafted, starting at the strong safety position. So he got a good team, bro. He made hella moves in the offseason. I think this might be the most improved team from last year to this year. We just got to see if he has what it takes to put the pieces together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and fighting in that division that the Titans took, he definitely made some moves in the offseason. I see Chris Claybrooks is his free safety, 63 overall, 94 speed, 92 excel. I don't know about that move. It seems like even myself, a lot of us are going with a lot of the younger guys with speed that
Yeah.
don't really have the intangibles. So we're going to see how that shake out. So far, to me, in my opinion, it's not shaking out well because you could definitely tell the difference. Those guys, those 51 awareness ratings and 49 play recognition ratings, those make a big difference. And sometimes that speed doesn't even matter when they're not in the play.
Yeah.
But I didn't get a chance to play him. But he's going to be going up against Mike. We know Mike went to the playoffs last year. He had that tough loss against Nat where he pretty much didn't look like the Mike I know. It kind of seemed like he gave up. But I guess when you're down 21 or, you get down early big, you kind of, lose that spunk you have in the game. You kind of lose that confidence. And we did see him lose it in that playoff game. But Mike, another team, who in my opinion, he had a great draft. He made a lot of big moves in the offseason, just going over his team. I got both of these guys. I got two guys on his team on my fantasy. So, but he's been led by Tua. Of course, I got Matt Breida on my fantasy, 96 speed, 93 excel. And the other guy is Rashad Bateman. So I got both of those guys on my fantasy. So I'm looking for him to do big things. But the thing about Mike is he's Spurs Mike. No matter when I watch him play, no matter what he's doing, it's very methodical. But I realize he talks himself into a lot of the mistakes he makes. And I guess we all do that. We just kind of think it. But hear him say it out loud and then do it, it's kind of funny. But I like what he did against Nat in the playoffs. I don't think at this point, and the way everybody was playing, I don't think anybody was going to beat Nat in the Super Bowl. So, I feel like he gave it his best shot. But in order for him to go to the playoffs again this year with the way the AFC is shaping up, the way all those teams in the AFC are getting better, the Steelers got better, the Ravens got a lot better. Who else got? The Jags got a lot better, and they already have the Titans in their division. That wild card spot seems further and further away. So I feel like this is a big game for Mike, especially having a defending Super Bowl champion in his division. But I didn't get a chance to play Chef Scuba, even though he's one of the new upcoming names here in PML. Out of all the new guys, he's definitely one of the names I hear more. Him and Papa Greeny, I would say probably the two of the names I hear the most out of the two new guys. But shout out to all the new guys though. But this can be a statement game. I feel like for Chef Scuba if he can go in here and win it. And I think it's more pressure on Mike to win this game, even though we expect a lot out of Jags because he did come in with that great offseason. I feel like it's more pressure on Mike, knowing that he's gonna have to, if he can't get it together. And I'm not going to say get it together because he had an amazing season with the Dolphins. Who would have thought that Mike would have went that crazy with the Dolphins? I knew he was good and had that mindset but he
Yeah.
definitely put on the show last year with the Dolphins. So if he can do that again, that'll be surprising. But I think not surprising. If he could do that again with this team, knowing what he knows, definitely about that being right around the corner and knowing that that playoff spot is not guaranteed. I think the pressure's on him in this game, and I can't call it because I never seen Chef Scuba play. But if I had to call it, I'm gonna have to go with my boy Mike and the Dolphins, being able to get it done, being able to outsmart his opponent and not outsmart himself. So I'm definitely gonna be tuning into this one. What's your thoughts on the game?
Man, it's gonna be a close game, I believe. But like you said, the pressure's on both of these guys because their schedules are brutal. Their divisions play one another. So, for both Mike and for Chef Scooper, you want to get a win so that you can stay, in running with your division mates. But also, you don't want to be the guy that lost to the division you're playing this year. Because let's say Mike loses this game, he's got to play the Titans, he's got to play the Texans, he's got to play the Colts. This could be the easiest game he has in that division this season. You know what I mean? And for Chef Scooper, you got to play the rest of your guys in your division twice. You don't want to be taking a loss to the AFC East. You know what I mean? Especially when you got to play the Patriots, you got to play the Bills. You want to try and take advantage of this early game. Come out, smack Mike in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Show what Trevor Lawrence can do. Show what Travis Etienne can do, and just play smart. You know what I mean? But for both of these guys, this is going to be a game where they got to play smart. They're going to have to play within their means. Like you said, Mike, we're going to watch the game. Mike's going to be live streaming. He's going to be providing commentary. Sometimes he can talk himself into doing the wrong thing. Or like most of us, he'll say one thing, hey, I'm going to this guy. I'm not going through this thing. As soon as he hiked the ball, he does the thing he just said he wasn't going to do.
What's
There's a
he gonna do?
turnover. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So you just really got to be focused, man. You got to be focused. You got to be locked in. Got to be attentive and just make the right play. And so for both of these guys, schedules are brutal this year. Schedules were brutal the first season. You know what I'm saying? That's how I ended up losing 5 games in a row to close out the season. But for both of these guys, they're going to want to get on it now and stay on it. And you don't want to fall behind the 8 ball in either of these divisions. But I give it to Mike. I think Mike's going to take it. I say Mike takes it by 14. Yeah, Mike by 14. Being at home, having his team that he's used to. Chef Scooper playing with a bunch of new guys. He don't even know what these new guys can do. He got, Lawrence has abilities that he don't even know what to do with. He got, Cooper Cup with abilities he don't even know what to do with. He got new superstars in positions he wasn't expecting. So I think Mike would have, even killed roster pretty much the same team he had last season. He added Rashad Bateman, like you said. He got Matt Breida with all that speed. You know what I'm saying? I think Mike, because he's more familiar with his team and more familiar with rising to the occasion with games like this, I'll give the W to Mike by 14.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at. I didn't. You said about the schedule, man. My schedule is crazy.
Yeah.
From the Pats twice to the Texans, he has the Falcons, the Bucks. He has the Colts. I mean, he has the Saints and the Titans. I mean, he has a crazy schedule this year, so he has to come out strong. Don't be like me, Mike. Don't start the season off slow and try to get it back at the end. Come out strong fighting, because that's definitely one of the things I got to work on is starting off the season slow. It seems like I always want to start off the season 0-3, 0-4, and then I just want to be like, you know what, I don't want to lose no more, so I'll start playing different. But we got to take that mindset out the gate. So that's definitely something we're going to work on for week 2. But I can't wait for this one to go down, man. It's going to be a good one.
What they say, it's going to be a barn burner. You know what I'm saying? And then there's some other key games that, we ain't going to necessarily discuss these games, but like I said, the schedules in PML are brutal. Some other games to look forward to tonight. You got the Bears versus the Vikings. They're supposed to be kicking off momentarily.
That's going to be a good one. That's going to be
a hell of a game. And then you got the Saints versus the Buccaneers, which is another game. I might actually provide commentary for the Saints versus Bucks game. But yeah, man, like it's power football in PML, man. Every week is clutch. Every game is a showdown, and you definitely want to come out on top. You don't want to be behind the 8 ball. So I think that's it for us, Q. Unless you got something else you wanted to bring to the table, man. You got some things you want to get off your chest. I mean, you back, Q. You've been took a little hiatus. You've been off for a little bit, but you back now. What you got to say to the people, man?
Yeah, man. It's been fun, but Q got to come in. I got to come in, get these content points, upgrade the team, and just, be dominant, get back to my old ways. So definitely be looking for Saquon. That's all I'm going to say. On the other hand, like you said, every game in PML matters. Don't be at week 17 looking back on that week 1 game. Like, man, if I would have won that game against the Bucks, or if I would have won that game against the Packers, don't be that guy. Good luck to everybody this season. Let's strap up. Let's get it in. We back.
Hey, man, salute to the Premier Madden League. Shout out to Sports Gamers Online. It's your main man, Drama Man, in the basement with my homeboy Q. We'll see y'all next week, man. Salute.
All right, bruh.
All right, player. I think that's it.